Hallo en baie welkom. Ek is baie opgewonde dat jy hierso is. As jy gisterand se webinar gemis het of jy wil dalk net weer na die replay kyk, dan is hierdie video vir jou. Gisterand was fenomenaal geweest. Lizelle het so mooi verduidelik wat se opsies is daar. Hoe kan 'n complete beginner in die aanlyn spasie begin? Want baie mense het 'n wanpersepsie van hoe dit eintlik werk om 'n aanlyn besigheid te begin. Geniet hierdie webinar en as jy na die tyd enige vrae het, is jy meer as welkom om vir my e-pos te stuur of om my te WhatsApp op 063 900 5408 en ek beantwoord al jou vrae vir jou. Ek kan nie wag om van jou te hoor nie. Lekker dag.
Yeah, you're muted.
So I'm
We're
still
gonna leave this
talking
call.
because I'm muted. Okay. Did you miss the good stuff now? Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to walk through some things. I'm going to show you exactly how an online business model works and what is it that you can sell. Like who's been looking at, getting in on the online space, but you're like, I don't know what to sell, Lizelle. Just put me in the comments if that's you. Because I know I'm going to help a lot of people because a lot of people want to know, but what is it that I can sell online? I'm going to help you tonight with it. And if you don't want to necessarily sell something or you don't have a product, don't worry. I thought about you too. Okay. I'm going to help you. After this call, you're literally going to walk out knowing exactly what your next step is. Okay. I don't know what your next step is, but you'll know. Okay. So I'm going to show you step by step. All I'm asking of you is take this time out for you. I mean, when do we do this? When do we take the time out for us? Because we're always looking after other people or maybe wanting to watch some Netflix or whatever. Netflix is not going to make you more money. Netflix is not going to change your life. Okay? So book off this time now and just lock in for the next 45 minutes, 50 minutes, thereabout. Okay? And make sure that you get a piece of paper and take some notes because you are not going to want to miss anything. Okay? Are we good? Say yes if you're ready, then I'll get going. Okay, we're going to have some fun. All right. So I like to start with, there we go. Yes. So before I'm going to start in teaching you exactly how online business works, what to sell and all those things, I want us to have a little bit of fun first. Okay. So I want to ask you, if I gave you everything that you needed to immediately start your online business. I give you the website, your social media, I give you your payment system, I give you every single thing you need. What product would you sell? Let me know in the comments there. What product would you sell? Let me see. Kids' books. Okay. What else? Book, 3D printed items, nails, rusks, digital, hair care, nappies, consulting services. Okay, so you guys you have a lot of ideas. I'm loving this. Okay. Would you know where to get started? Would you know where to get started if you know that you want to create a product or you have an idea of what to sell? Okay. Most people don't. Look at all the notes. Most people don't. Most people start with the product that they want to sell. Because they're like, I would love to make money online. I can see other people are doing this. I just don't know how I would get started. So we're going to take it slightly further. Okay. I'm going to give you 3 people. 3 people now. And you need to come up with ideas on what these 3 people can sell. Are you ready? So the first one is a hairdresser. What can she sell? Let's go. What can she sell? I know. We need to think. Yes, products and services, but what? Hair products. Okay. Yes, hair products. Okay. That is, okay. Hair products. What else? Okay. Tools, extensions, and wigs. Hair care advice. I love that. Okay. How to style your hair, a course. Okay. Ooh, I can see my community members. They already are having a lot of ideas. Okay. Awesome. So let me give you another one. Okay. An accountant. I want you to start thinking more digitally now. Okay. What can the accountant sell? Okay, tax services. Yes. Tax services. Drafting financial statements. Okay. Templates for finance. Ooh, budgeting, love that. Okay, and you can do budgeting templates and all of it. Okay, let's do a last one. Okay, now let's do, I'm just going to call her Sarah. Now, Sarah is a normal person. Can you guys see, right? Sarah is a normal person. She has worked all her life. She doesn't have an online business. She doesn't have any business. What can she sell? She's not an expert.
Just go a bit down, Lizelle, when you start writing.
Okay. Let me see if I can do that. She's a normal, just a normal person.
Thank you.
Okay. Baked good. What is a niche? Scented aromatherapy candles, recipes. Yeah, it can go far, especially if you don't know. Okay. And a lot of people struggle with what this person can do. Yes, you're saying her top 3 skills, but a lot of people, they don't think they have skills. Life experience, yes. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that she can do. She's had a job for 20 years, but a lot of people think that just because they think they don't have skills because they're just good at it. Like someone that does gardening, they're just good at it. They don't think that they can teach someone to do it, And the same with baking, okay? The internet has told people that you have to invent something new, where each one of them already has something that they can sell. But I've noticed something very interesting as you guys were answering. If you check at the hairdresser and you check at the accountant, can you see that some of these things that you said that they can sell is tied to their time? Can you see that? It's something I notice now. Tax services, okay? That's going to take this person time because they're going to have to consult with each person and they're going to have to each individually do someone's tax services, right? Financial statements may be the same, but let's look at templates for finance and the budgeting templates. Do you think this is something that they can sell 24/7 without having a consultation with the person, without spending time on that? Can you see the difference? There's a huge difference. That's the one I'm interested in teaching you. The one that's not tied to your time. The one that doesn't take more time out of the day, because I don't want you to work another 8 hours while you are working for someone else, perhaps. Okay, so that was just giving you a taste, a starter. Okay, we're going to dive into the presentation now so I can really break it down very simple for you. Okay, so there are 2 ways to start. Okay, the first way to start is creating something of your own. These are some examples that we shared now. You already have knowledge, you already have skills, experience. Maybe you already have an idea, okay? Or perhaps you already have an existing business. You can turn that into an offer. Many existing traditional businesses don't know how to take their business online because they are thinking physical. But there are things that you know, skills that you have. I'm going to give you some examples soon. The other way that you can get started is you can start with a done for you system. In other words, something that's already created that you don't have to create. Okay. These are for people who don't have a product. They don't have an idea of what to sell. They don't have online business experience. They don't have the marketing knowledge. When you start with something done for you, you can learn the business while starting, and then you will start with an existing product. In other words, instead of worrying just about the product and what to create, you can actually start with the product already and learn the business. Okay, it's going to start making sense soon. So let's start with what you already know. Ask yourself and write this down. What do people ask me for help with? Or take a screenshot. What do people ask me for help with? This is something that you're going to need to take some time afterwards to really think about the last week or the last month or the last 3 months. What is something that people are asking you for that's simple? It might be second nature. To give you an example, people used to ask me, Lizelle, can you just tell me what to shop, what clothes I can buy, or just teach me how to do makeup? Like for me, it was too easy for me to teach. I never knew that people would actually pay for that. The next question, what have you learned through experience? Where can you save someone some time so that they don't have to make the same mistakes than you have to make? We are actually planning an overseas trip, and I had no clue how to do the visas. And I was actually saying to someone the other day, if you can just, I mentioned it in my community, and someone said, "Oh, I used to be a travel agent." I'm like, hey, I would have paid for that. I just don't want to pay any travel agent. I want to pay someone that I know that can help me and not just take my money, right? What can I do that someone else wants to learn? Maybe someone you lost weight. Maybe you did it. Maybe you've been trying to diet for years and finally you could lose some weight and you're feeling so much better. And people are asking you, how did you do this? How did you do it? You don't have to be an expert. You can just share your experience. What problem have I already solved? What problem have you already solved? Maybe you had kids, and they were struggling with a subject in school, and you actually found a solution on how you can help them learn better. You can help someone else, you can help another parent. What skill do I use every day without thinking about it? That's a good one. And that is a big clue. What skill do I use every day without thinking about it? Okay. So if you took a screenshot or you write that down, this is something I need you to think a little bit more after this, because it's going to take some time. You physically need to write it down, because as you write, there are more ideas will start flowing. Okay. Your knowledge can become an offer. Think about the hairdresser we spoke about. Okay. If a hairdresser with 15 years experience behind the chair, she can sell a healthy hair guide because people trust her. I mean, let me know in the comments there. Do you have a favorite hairdresser that you go to? Yes or no? Just quickly. Yes or no? Do you have a favorite hairdresser? We as people are creatures of habit. We don't like going to a new person once we found someone that we like the way they cut our hair or do our hair, right? This is just how we are. So you would much rather, I'm sure, buy something from someone you already know than from a stranger, right? People buy from people they know, like, and trust. She can sell an online consultation. So she can be at home and just consult people. And she can consult other hairdressers as well. She can do a styling course. She can do training for new people getting into the styling. She can train new people. Let's look at the accountant. The accountant can do budget templating. He can do a bookkeeping course. Instead of doing someone's bookkeeping that is tied to his time, he can do a bookkeeping course and empower people to do their own bookkeeping. So instead of charging thousands of dollars or rands or whatever country you're in, you save money and time, and that he saves money and time. Both are win-win. And instead of just helping, like if he had to help people do their bookkeeping, he would probably spend an hour or two on one person a day. You guys agree with me, right? So when he has 8 hours in a day, he can only help 4 clients. But if he does a bookkeeping course, how many clients can he help? If he does a bookkeeping course and he sells that, how many people do you think he can help? Instead of 8. Many, right? Because he can help people globally. They just need to buy his course and they can learn how to do it themselves. Okay, he can do consulting. He can charge a little bit more if he wants to do the consulting. He can do business finance training. He can do group training. I mean, it's endless, right? Let's think of it as a fitness enthusiast. Okay, she or he can create a meal planner. If you lost weight or did it a certain way, people will much rather buy from you than they will buy from some fitness guru online, because people buy from people they know, like, and trust. Okay. You can do a beginner guide. A fitness enthusiast can do like a membership online. Like, can you guys remember what is it, Herbalife and Weight Watchers? Like the traditional way was people were creating physical communities, but it kept them on the amount of people they could help. Now you can do that online. You can create a membership online and people can join that community and pay you a monthly fee. Now imagine instead of just having 10 or 20 people in the room, this is global. You can have people from all over the world, right? They can have an online program. So it just shows you the different ways. But what if you don't have an idea? And maybe you are sitting here and thinking, oh my goodness, Lizelle, I just don't know enough. Like, I don't even know what I would create. I've never run a business. I just want somewhere to start. If that is you, just put a 1 in the comments. Like, I don't even know. It's just too overwhelming for me to think about what I need to create and how I sell it and all of those things. Okay, I've got good news for you. Okay, because you don't have to create everything from scratch. There are business models where you can sell physical products. You can recommend other companies' products. We call that affiliate marketing. There's a lot of companies online where if you just refer them, you get an affiliate commission. You can offer services, you can license products, you can sell products with resale rights. They are those business models. Create your own products, okay? Creating your own product is just one option. It's not the requirement for starting online. And thank goodness for that, right? Here's what most beginners get wrong. They think that if they have a product, the money is automatically going to flow. Okay? Can I just have the numbers deleted on the group, please? Okay, we're not sharing numbers or anything on here, guys. You never know who you can trust on here. This is a public channel that we are having here. It's a public webinar. Okay, I can vouch for people that are sharing numbers on here. So please don't. Team, if you can just look after that, okay? You must be careful online, guys. You cannot just trust anyone. Okay, so a lot of people think when they have a product, they can automatically make money with it. Okay, but a product alone just doesn't create a business. Okay, a product, if you have a product, there needs to be marketing, and people will only buy when they trust you. Okay, and then you will get sales. And if you have systems, you can create more customers. Now, I'm going to explain this in more detail. Here's what you actually need to learn. It's not about the product. There are people that have amazing products and services and they're still not making sales. There are businesses online that are still not making sales and traditional businesses that are struggling because they are not learning what they need to learn. Because you need to learn who your customer is, what problem you solve, how to create an offer, the marketing, the content, the sales, the consumer psychology, the email marketing, the funnels, the AI, the business systems, the customer relationship. It sounds like a lot, right? But those are business skills. Those are business skills. You can have the most amazing product, but it's not to say you're going to make a lot of money with it. It's the skills that you need to learn to be able to be successful. And the beauty of this is you keep these skills. Once you learn it, the platforms can change, the algorithms on social media can change, AI will eventually change, products will change, your business may even change. But the skills that you learn go with you, okay? Let me know in the comments there, the skills that you learned in school, are you still using it today? Like, you learned some stuff in school, right? You learned how to talk, how to use language the right way. You know, you learned a little bit of history, and you can actually have conversations with people because of the stuff you learned. You learned some skills in school. Maybe you learned how to do art or typing or whatever. You're still using it today, right? The same with business skills that you learn. You will forever be able to use it. So which starting point is actually going to make sense for you? I'm going to help you. So you can choose either something to sell, which is great, okay? If you have something to sell, you just need to learn how to package it. You need to learn how to position it, how to market it, and how to sell it, and how to build systems around it if you don't want your time attached to it, okay? Remember what I said in the beginning. This is what I help people with, is I don't want you to work all day. I want you to work smarter instead of harder. So if you want to use the online space and you build systems around it, you don't have to physically be somewhere to be able to make money. Okay. The other point is if you have nothing to sell, it's also great. You can start with an existing product or a model. Okay. You can learn the marketing, you can learn the sales, learn content, learn systems. You can learn how business works and save time in not having to create the product. Because if you first want to create a product, it takes time to create the product, and then you have to still test it and see if it works. And then you still have to learn the skills on how to run it and how to sell it and how to market and position it. Where if you already have a product or you start with a done for you product, you immediately have something to sell and you can start learning the skills and applying it. Okay. So what is DMS? DMS is Digital Magnetic System. Okay. It's going to all be so much clearer soon, I promise you. I just wanted, because last week when I did a webinar, people said to me, what is DMS? What is DMS? So this is why I'm telling you. DMS is the education, the coaching, the tools, the systems, and the community that help you learn how to build a modern online business. And if you don't have a product yet, DMS also gives you a product, okay? Because we have resale rights attached to it. So you can choose to start while you're learning. You don't have to create anything. And what's amazing, because we call it a digital magnetic system, is everything's set up for you. You don't have to, you've got a product resale rights, the system is set up for you, your business is completely set up and ready to go. You don't have to figure this out on your own. Okay. So now what if you don't have your own product yet? This is where DMS gives you that completely beginner starting point. You can choose to start with a product with resale rights while you are learning, which means you don't have to create anything from scratch. You can just focus on learning the marketing, the content, the sales, and so forth. Okay. Does that make sense so far? All right. So you can get started and you can start with DMS that gives you the resale rights to the product. So you don't have to create a product. You can learn the marketing, the sales, the content. This is learning and implementing as you go. So you have the ability to learn and earn at the same time. And then as you are learning and starting to earn, and you implement it, then when the confidence is there, you can build your own products and your services and your offer, because then you'll have the confidence. You'll know how to test your product so you don't waste any time, and to prove and validate your product in the online space. And then from there on, you can include multiple income streams, new opportunities. You don't just have to create one product and that's it. You can create more and more income streams in your business. Okay. So this is what a modern online business owner looks like. They understand customers. They understand the problems, the offers, the marketing, the sales, the systems, and the relationships. They know how to attract customers online. And because they understand it, they can build over and over and over again. Now, to give you an example from what happened to me is, I lost my TikTok account a year into my online business. And by the way, I started from scratch. I didn't even know what digital marketing was. I had to Google those words. And I could immediately rebuild the business because I had the skills that I learned. So I could immediately rebuild, and this is why I'm teaching business owners how to create more money, because I already learned the skills. Imagine you learn the skills and nothing stops you. You can create income streams left, right, and center because you have the skills to do so. Okay? That is ultimately what I want for you. I don't want you just to know how to make money online. I want you to know how to build a business online. That's not just here today and gone tomorrow, but something that can change your entire life, that you can work on your own terms while you are with your family and work wherever you want to and doing something that you love. So this is me. If you don't know me, I'm Lizelle. On the left-hand side, you'll see I had my own beauty salon business. I used to work in corporate. I worked all my life. Before my online business, I was in my beauty salon just after COVID. And I always had to design my life around my work. And this is why I put my kids in there baking cake while mommy was at work. I always just had to get someone to keep them busy while I was working, because I had to put food on the table. Now, you will know, if you've ever been there, where staying home is just not an option. I would have loved to stay home when my kids were small. I just couldn't afford it. I had to be at work. And then one day in my salon, a client came in and she spent a lot of money on facials, on stuff with her face. And I was like, what do you do for a living? And she introduced me to digital marketing. That's the first time I heard those words. I had to Google what it was. And at that stage, a new world opened up for me. I started Googling, I started going on Instagram and on all these places. And you know what what shocked me was to see regular, normal people making a lot of money online. That just shocked me. Is it just me, or did it shock you as well? Just put a yes in the comments if it shocked you too. I was just like, how the freaking hell are they doing this? Like, how are they doing this? Have you ever thought, I wonder what people are doing for a living, because it seems like they just have it all together? That was my question. I wanted to know what were they doing. So I made it a mission to find out and to start learning the skills that I obviously did not have. I started learning the skills. Within 7 months, I made my first $100,000 online. Within 5 weeks of starting, I left my business, my beauty salon, and I was a stay-at-home mom. From there, we could pay off debt. I could go on trips with my kids and my husband. I could work from home, and it was just, for me, a completely different new world. This didn't happen overnight. I didn't become a millionaire in a week. I became a South African millionaire in 6 months. It was the very first time ever in my life that I saw this type of money in my bank account. Was I freaking excited about it? Absolutely. And I let everybody know about it. And I was on social media and I was like, what? I cannot believe I did this. And I quickly realized people thought this was the type of pyramid scheme because I was so shocked at the amount of money that I was making. And they did not see the actual skills that you need to learn. And the money is the result. Does that make sense? The money is the result. And my life changed completely. And this is why I love what I do. This is why I show up on a webinar like this and teach you how to do it. I know you can get off this webinar and you can go try and figure it out on your own, but I didn't figure it out on my own. I had someone helping me. I learned the skills. I learned from someone that did it before me, because I didn't know how to, and I could completely change our life. We moved into a new place. We bought a new house. My husband and I recently bought another property because we're investing in property. I'm telling you, it's amazing what can happen if you are willing to take a chance on yourself and learn some new skills, especially in today's modern world. Because you will agree with me, traditional business, it's not working the same anymore. Can I get an amen in the comments if you agree? Traditional business just doesn't work the same anymore. I spoke to a few people today who are struggling with their traditional business, and I'm like, you guys should be doing products online. They can still do the traditional business. They can include an extra income stream, but they don't know how, and this is why they need to learn the skills on how to do it. So why would you listen to someone like me? Because I was you. I was you. I could see people making money, and I always thought that people were better off, or there was something wrong, I was missing something. And I'm telling you now, if a normal person that was just willing to learn skills and learn from people that were already successful, if I can do it, what is stopping you? There's no reason why you also cannot create the life that you have a vision for, okay? I built this because I wanted to simplify online business. I didn't build DMS because I just wanted to put my name on a product. If you know my story, I just wanted to I just didn't want to stress about money. That was my only goal. I wasn't thinking of building another business. I already had a business. But because I saw a lot of people were struggling online, they would buy a course and they would start doing it, and then some would make it and some won't. And that's when I decided I was going to simplify businesses. And I actually started by just helping my customers. And it evolved from there. Okay. But I don't want you just to take my word for it. Okay. I want to introduce you to Sine. I love it when they come up and share their own stories, because maybe you don't relate with mine, but you'll relate with her. I want you to know this is to inspire you. Okay. There's amazing opportunities for you online. If you learn the skills, it's amazing what you can create, the freedom that you can create in your life. Sine, are you here?
Yes, Lizelle, thank you.
Thank
I
you
just
so
want to say
much, Sine.
thank you for the opportunity, Lizelle. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sunay. I'm a full-time mom from Namibia. I'm naturally shy and introverted, and I never imagined I would be showing up online, building a business of my own, or speaking in front of people. When I joined DMS, I wasn't chasing millions. I simply just wanted my own income. I wanted to be able to contribute financially. But more than anything, I wanted to earn my own income without sacrificing the most precious thing I had, time with my children. For the longest time, I believed I had to choose. Either I could be present with my kids or I could become financially independent. I truly believed those were the only two options I had. But then I came across DMS and everything changed. I was incredibly blessed because my husband believed in me more before I even believed in myself. He encouraged me to take a chance, invest in myself, and learn a new skill. The truth is, I didn't think this would work for someone like me because I kept asking myself, how is a shy, introverted mom from Namibia ever going to build an online business? But God had a different plan. I'm a true believer in God, and over these past, I think, almost 10 months, He has blessed me in ways I could never have imagined. I've earned more than I ever thought possible as a stay-at-home mom, and one of the greatest privileges was being able to book flights for our holiday for my whole family at the end of the year. For most, this would probably sound silly, but for the past 9 years, I was dependent on my husband for everything. So this is really a great deal to me to be able to do this and give back to him. Moments like that remind me so much of how things can change when you are willing to take one step of faith. But as incredible as those blessings have been, the greatest transformation wasn't my income, it was me. God didn't just give me a business, He gave me confidence where there was fear. He gave me courage where I doubted so much in myself. He stretched me far beyond my comfort zone. He grew my faith. He showed me that I was capable of far more than I ever believed. Looking back, I realized DMS was never just about building an online business. It became a vehicle that God used to transform me from the inside out. And today I still get to be I still get to be exactly where I wanted to be at home with my children. I get to watch them grow up. I get to be present for moments that matter the most. And at the same time, I have the privilege of contributing financially to my family. If you are new or you are sitting there wondering whether this could ever work for someone like you, please don't count yourself out because of fear. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to be the most confident person in the room. I certainly am not the most confident person. You don't have to be an expert. You simply have to be willing to take the first step. Because if God placed this dream in your heart, don't let fear convince you that you are not capable of carrying it. And I must say, all glory to God, because I cannot do this without Him. So I'm so grateful I said yes, even before I felt completely ready. And I truly believe this is only the beginning. So don't let fear make your decisions for you. I hope this encouraged only one person out there. But thank you so much, Lizelle, for the opportunity and yeah, just to share my story with you.
Thank you so much, Sunay. And I'm so proud of Sunay because I remember the very first time, Sunay, when I met her on like a Zoom like this. She was so nervous because she's such an introvert. And I'm just so freaking proud. I can see every time, you're on a Zoom, you're just becoming more and more confident to speak, So, and I'm very, very proud of what you've created for your family. It's just absolutely amazing. I want to ask another person to come up, Yolandi. She's also, and what's amazing for me is Sunay is a mom that wants to stay at home. She wasn't looking for a job. She was just looking for a way to earn an extra income. Okay. Yolandi, on the other hand, was also looking for extra income, but she wasn't really planning or wanting to leave the job that she's in. Okay. Yolandi, are you up? I want you to hear it from her.
Hi, Lizelle.
Hello.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much
Thank
for
you.
having me. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yolandi. I'm from Namibia. So initially, my online journey started actually last year. So I am very good friends with Anisha Moore, and she posted on social media for the first time. And the first time when I saw the post on how to make money online, I actually I feel so bad saying that, but I literally rolled my eyes because I was like, just like another lady doing that. And at that time, I really didn't realize what this will be for me within the next, how can I say it, 8 to 9 months from that day. And then in January, I phoned Anisha and I was like, listen, can we please have a coffee? I need to know what you are doing, because I saw another post of her on social media sharing how she just came back from holiday in South Africa and she just received another 16,000 Namibian dollars. And I'm like, oh my word, please help me. I need to understand. And so we went for coffee, and then she introduced me to DMS. And then initially, I was super, super sold on DMS. I didn't even know what I got myself into. I literally phoned my husband. I told him, I'm gonna sign myself up for something. I'm gonna start with digital marketing. And his question to me was, okay, where will you find the money for that? Where will you find the money to start with DMS? And I was like, I realized I didn't think it through, but then I took the card and said, I'm gonna take my daughter's savings to start with DMS. And my husband normally would not allow that, or he will not be pro to it that I use our children's money for anything. And he was just like, okay. And I'm like, oh my word, where's my husband? And long story short, I got the money and I bought into DMS. I started initially on the starter. And I started on the starter because I just wanted to see how this is. I didn't know what this is. I didn't understand what is a funnel. I didn't know what is a lead. And the one specific day, the Anisha came to me and she came to sit down to explain to me everything. And I remember I sat like this and I'm like, I will not be able to do this. I don't know what I got myself into. I will need to pay back my daughter's money monthly because this, I don't know. And I remember like yesterday, the one morning I got up to go train the morning before work, and we did heel repeats that specific morning. And when I got up the hill, I remember it was like an elephant on my chest. I couldn't breathe. I had this super anxious feeling of I will not be able to do this. I don't know what I just got myself into. And I got tears in my eyes, and I realized like I can't run and have tears in my eyes because I can't breathe. And the moment when we got down the hill, I just sucked up my tears and I was like, okay, God, I have been praying about this, and I just want you to please use me. I am your vessel. Please come use me in whatever way you want me to go. And your long story short, 12 days in DMS, I was so blessed to have my first sale. And after that, I was like, wow, okay, I'm gonna go full in because I want to make this work and I'm gonna make this work because when you join on DMS, you have the privilege of joining in on a community. So this community is an absolute game changer. This community literally calls you higher. They teach you, they help you, they advise you. It's something I have never seen in my entire life. Okay, I went full in. I am on the DMS Pros packet, and after a while, I actually told Lizelle I want to leave my 8 to 5. Okay. And after having a lot of success in the online space, and being dedicated to putting in the work because I really want to make this work, I now have the privilege to know I never resigned from my job. I am still doing my 8 to 5. I'm still a mom. I have two little toddlers, 2 and 5 years old. I have I am a wife. I don't have a wife. I am a wife. So besides that, I also have the privilege, and I can't take this on myself. I praise God every second of this. I received a promotion at my job, and this 6 months I've been in the online space, and what I have been taught in DMS has actually prepared me to be where I am today. So I thank God for that, and I thank God for this community. And Lizelle, like, you changed my life. Thank you. And if you have ever been on the sideline, you guys, if I that didn't even understand what a lead is, or didn't even know what a funnel is, or I walked into this not knowing what this will be for me within the next 10 days from the day I signed up. This has changed my life so that I believe in the system so much that I will tell you, if I can give you the money to start, I will let you start just for you to get the start. So yeah, thank you so much, Lizelle. Don't wait. Don't wait. Just do it. Just start.
Thank you, Yolandi. So I just want to ask you this because I remember you were so shocked when you out earned your own salary like twice. I want you to just share what that felt like when it happened the first time, when you're like, I just got like double my salary with my online business. What did that feel like?
Um, Lizelle, so I just want to help you with that. So out earning your monthly salary is a relative begrip, like it's a relative statement to make, but I just want to correct you that I out earn my monthly salary like within 3 days. I think that's a complete game changer. Just to reflect on that, that was like when I started in the online space, I heard and saw this people making this amount of money, and I just started thinking, I don't know if that is my goal, because deep down I felt like, will I be able to do this? I didn't know that I was capable of out earning my monthly salary. And with that said, it's with all due respect, it's not that I receive a bad salary. Like, it's not, I receive a really well salary from my 8 to 5. And when I out earn my monthly salary, I was like, wow, all this hard work, all this, it literally canceled out all my doubt in being in the online space ever, 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 ever. And that's also why I believe in DMS. So you can go into the online space. I wish you well, and I bless your heart, because when you go into the online space, I would really recommend you don't do it alone. You need your supporting system.
I love that. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you. I'm just so proud. Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you so
right,
much,
so
everyone.
let's move on. You met Sine and you met Yolandi. Okay, so let's look inside DMS Pro. What does that look like? Okay, this is a complete online business education and implementation ecosystem. Okay, so the education part of it is you learn modern online business. You learn the marketing, the content, the sales, consumer psychology, email marketing. Don't let this overwhelm you, what you learn, because you're not going to learn this in all a day. You have the ability to learn and earn at the same time. You're not going to know everything at once. Think about when you started a new job. Did you know everything from day one? No. Okay? So you're not going to know everything from day one. But I'm just showing you what is the stuff that you learn, because this is useful for business. The implementation part of this, what you also receive is, we give you the system. We set up the system. We give you the AI business tools, the templates, the digital products, the resources, plus the support. So we don't just give you access and say, there you go, I hope you're successful. We don't do that. We have a whole support system behind this. Okay, you're not doing this alone. We give weekly coaching. There's community, there's accountability, there's pods. The pods is you work with a coach in a smaller group on a bi-weekly basis. That's in the pro. Okay, this is for people who really want the all the support. Okay, strategy, we do guest experts that we get in regularly. Amazing support inside of here. And if you don't have a product, you have the option to use the DMS resale rights. You can learn the system, implement what you are learning, and recommend DMS, and then you earn commission on it. And it's 90% commission. So you can make anything from, if it's on the DMS Pro, over $1,000 per sale. Okay. And then eventually, if you want to, you can go create your own products. Or you can just keep on selling DMS if you want to do it like Sunay and Yulendi does. Okay. 3 ways our members use DMS. DMS gives you options, okay? So if you want to create your own digital products, that's what you're going to learn step by step. You're going to get the funnels, you're going to get everything to create your own and launch your own digital offer, okay? But you can also just be inside here for the growth. Yes, Zara, for instance, she joined DMS not because she wanted to sell DMS. She also didn't want to create her own product, but what she wanted was, she wanted to learn the skills to grow her existing business. So she came in here and she actually just shared this, I think it was today or yesterday, she shared that, I don't think this is this specific one, but she just shared about a contract she secured because of the skills that she's learning inside DMS in her business. Okay. And then a lot of people like Sunay and Yulendi that you just heard, they just want to start. They don't want to create their own product. They don't have an existing business or product. They just want to start and they want to have the ability to learn and earn at the same time. Okay. And this is the type of results that they are getting. I always say the proof is in the pudding. Okay. None of these people started knowing this. They learned the system. And this is why I built DMS. Because I wanted to make it so simple for people who had no idea how it worked. I just wanted to make it extremely simple and give you a fast launching pad. Okay. So inside DMS Pro, you get everything. You get the resale rights, you get products, you get multiple income streams that we gift you. Okay. It's an entire ecosystem that you can immediately get started off with step by step. We coach you on this. Okay. So I want to be transparent with you. You can go and build your own online business. And if that's you, I want to show you what this can cost you. Okay. If you're someone that don't really believe in yourself and you're not sure if you can do this, and maybe you've never built a successful business before and you are unsure of a lot of things, you are going to need business coaching. That's anything from $3,000 up. You're going to need marketing training because you can't just post on social media and hope for sales. You need to learn how marketing works, what makes people buy, what's the psychology behind it. Okay, you need systems. If you don't want to work 24/7, you want a system to do the work for you online 24/7. This system does the following up for you. It closes the sales, the deals for you, does the payment processes, everything for you. And what can take a lot of your time is if you have to do the work manually. So you're going to need business tools, AI, in other words, because AI can speed up the process and do a lot of stuff for you. And then obviously you're going to need digital products and templates, a private community and accountability, which is absolutely priceless. This can all cost you anything over $10,000. You can go and Google this. Okay. I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of people that have tried their own businesses before, and then they come to me and they say, Lizelle, I'm paying so many memberships. I have so many things that I bought that I'm not using because they thought they needed it, but they didn't. Okay. Instead, with DMS, we wanted to make it extremely affordable. It is over $10,000 worth, but we wanted to make it affordable and give you everything for a once-off investment of $1,197. There's nothing else that you need to pay on a monthly basis. There's just $175 activation fee because we purchase a professional email on your behalf. You need a .com because you need to send people somewhere online. And we do the entire setup for you so you can just start, get going. Okay. Once off, no hidden costs, nothing after that. When your business grows, obviously there will cost grow, but to start off with, I made my first 6 figures in dollars online without any monthly fees. Okay. So who's DMS Pro for? This is for you if you want to build an online business, but you don't know where to start. You are maybe tired of buying courses and never implementing it because it's just collecting dust. You want coaching. You don't just want to watch videos. You want someone to coach you through the process. You want to be able to ask questions, have people help you. You want something that is proven instead of guessing your way through it. And you want to build something that's yours, not something that's here today and gone tomorrow. And maybe you're still thinking, but what if I'm a complete beginner? I want to say to you, good, because you don't need to know everything. You just need to come and be ready to learn. Or maybe you're thinking, I don't know what to sell. Well, I think I answered that now. You don't need to have that figured out, right? You just need a starting point. You have two options. Option one is you're either going to keep looking online, keep researching, keep watching, and you're going to try and figure this all out because maybe you feel like, I don't need to spend the money. Maybe you feel like I can figure this out on my own, okay? And you're gonna spend a lot of time and energy and money most probably on that, and you can figure it out on your own. Absolutely, it's just gonna take longer. Or you have option two, where you can learn it inside an ecosystem that is designed to help you build it, and that's DMS Pro, okay? Then your effort matters because at the end of the day, like you heard Yolandi says, she was committed to making this work. This is not, it's like, when I go to the gym and I sign up to the gym, I can buy the gym membership and I can buy it, but that doesn't automatically make me more healthy and help me get a six-pack. I need to put in the work and go do the exercises, right? And it's the same with your online business. This is going to work if you make it work. Okay. And if you have a couple of hours a day, 2-3 hours, it all depends on what a fast learner you are. You can absolutely do this. Many people still work a 9 to 5. I only had about 2 hours a day to work on my online business and I made it work. There are no guaranteed results because I think a lot of people think when they buy something, I'm going to become a millionaire overnight. This is not what this is. This is a complete proven system. And it works if you work. Okay. So I want you to imagine the difference. Today, I want to make money online, but I have no idea what to sell. But 6 months from now, you can think completely different. 6 months from now, you can already have an established business. You can be making sales, having customers. Maybe you want to leave your 9 to 5. Maybe you want to save some money. Maybe you want to go on pension. I don't know why you are here tonight. Right? But 6 months from now, everything can look different. It all depends on the decision you make today. Because if you don't make a decision and you keep on doing what you are doing now, what are 6 months from now going to look like? That's the question you need to ask yourself. But if you make the decision today to start, your 6 months from now can look completely different. A big bonus about this program is it's CPD certified. It's an international recognized learning course, okay, an online training course. So not only are you getting the education, but you're getting the certification behind it. We do have two other options because I know a lot of people are like, I'd love to get started on the Pro, Lizelle, but I just can't get started there right now. Okay, so we do have the starter option. Starter is the one Yolandi started on. It's a great option. It gives you both of them give you a completely set up system. Okay, the starter has a lot of the marketing training and the social media training inside of it. The launch accelerator, when you start on that one, that's to get going. You get resale rights to the launch accelerator, so you can already start selling the launch one. Okay, you can upgrade at any time and just pay the difference. The starter, when you purchase this one, you can sell both of them. When you have the Pro, you can sell the Pro, you can sell the starter, and you can sell the launch accelerator. Okay, I gave this bonus, if I can call it that, last week. Okay, and I just decided to give it away today. This is the last time I'm doing this. Okay, by Sunday if you are joining DMS, because I remember what it feels like to get started. It's freaking nerve-wracking, okay? I get it. It's difficult to make a decision when it's all new and you have no guarantee how it's going to work out. And the truth is, nothing is a guarantee. Nothing in life. Starting a new job is no guarantee. It's just there is no. And most of the time we are so scared of the unknown, right? So I know the guts it takes to get started. So I want to bless you with $1,500 worth sales training that you're going to spend 5 days with me, okay? That you're going to get mahala for free. You're going to get a VIP seat that costs money that you're going to get for free if you join by Sunday. And you'll get a personal email from me. Once you join, you'll get this email on Monday, and I'm going to give you the details to join. Those 5 days with me, I am going to show you and teach you how to sell what you have, how to position yourself online, what to focus on, what to ignore, all of those things. Okay. I like what Barack Obama says. He says, change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change we seek. And I'm sure that you are on this call today because there's something in your life that you want to change. No one is coming to change it for you. And it's a hard truth that I had to learn myself. No one's going to change it for you. At the end of the day, there's so much more in you. You heard what they said. They didn't even think they were capable of doing it. It was the same for me. You are capable of so much more than you know, but you are the one that can ultimately create that change. No one can do that for you. Okay? You don't need the perfect idea. You just need a place to start. So let me see if I have time. We can answer some questions. Let me just see. All right, let me see. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. We're running out of time, but let me take a question or two. Let me know in the comments there if you have a question or two. I covered a lot, I know, but I really wanted you to get off this webinar knowing exactly what you can do. You can either create something of your own, or you can get started and really get a faster path to the results. Because there's no magic. There's no magic in this. There's just a slower route and a faster one. And the faster one comes with someone that can save you a lot of time and money because of the experience they have. Okay, and the results that they created. All right, I see Lynette. Lynette, do you have a question? You just need to unmute. What if you just don't have the money right now? That's a question you have to ask. Let me challenge you a little bit on that, Leslie Ann. When I got started, I also didn't have the money. In fact, I couldn't even pay my children's school fees. If you don't know my story, that's a story for another day. I made the choice. Instead of saying, I don't have the money, I started asking myself, how can I get the money? And I started making a plan. I ran promotions in my salon. Now, with that, I'm not saying you need to run promotions wherever you are, but I do believe if this is for you, you can make it happen. I do believe that. You will feel in your heart if this is for you. And just make the choice that you'll make it. Yes.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you now.
Okay. Hello. Hi, Lizelle.
Hey,
Hello, everybody. My question is, do I have to post every day? Because
Okay.
I'm not tech. Do I have to go to Instagram, to go to TikTok, to go to Facebook
That's
and
a
post every
fantastic
day?
question. That's a fantastic question. So, social media is a great tool that we use, Lynette, because social media helps people discover you and it doesn't cost you money. In other words, you can make a lot of money online without it costing you anything if you use social media. Because think about it. Where are you spending most of your time when you're on your phone? Let me know in the comments there. How much time are you guys spending on social media just checking people's content? A lot of time. The average person spends 8 hours on social media. So if you're not on social media, you are leaving a lot of money on the table. Okay, you're making the work a lot harder than it should be. Social media is a fantastic tool to get in front of the right people that need what you offer. So what we do is we suggest posting daily on one platform, so at least people can start seeing you and build the visibility. But we do have the training If you have never been on social media before and you don't even know how to use it, we teach you. Okay, we teach you how to do it. If you don't want to use social media, there are other ways of doing it. You can do blogs, you can do LinkedIn, you can do YouTube. There's other ways that you can do it, but social media is definitely the faster route for you. And if you don't want to post at all, not even faces on social media, then this is probably not going to be for you. But I do believe, like, we have Nicola on here, and Nicola didn't even want to show her face when she started. I have another client on here, Marlene. She didn't even want to show her face when she started. But as you just take small baby steps, it really does become easier. And actually, you find out you're pretty good with it. I hope that answers your question. Okay, what else? How do we earn money? So when you use the resale rights of DMS, DMS pays you the commission every week into your bank account, 7 days from date of sale. So we give you affiliate commission. So that means you don't need your own PayPal, you don't need an overseas bank account. We take the payment, so they buy DMS, okay? You get 90% affiliate commission. So if you make the sale today, then 7 days from date of sale, it gets paid into your bank account. That's how you make the commissions. Okay. What else? Let me see. What am I missing? Okay. You 90%, Andrew, 90% commission. In other words, the DMS Pro, you guys saw it was $1197, right? You make $1077, so just over $1,000 per sale on the DMS Pro. On the starter, you make just over 400. On the launch accelerator, you make just over $100 per sale. Okay, it's 90% commission. That 10% is bank fees, and we have an entire team running this business that gets a salary. Okay, so the 10% is really not to make me rich. I promise you. The only reason I did affiliate was because Namibians, a lot of neighboring countries, a lot of countries all over the world, they don't have access to PayPal or Stripe or those payment platforms. This is what makes the affiliate one so amazing, because you just don't need it. You don't need to struggle with it. Okay, you can promote your own products. Absolutely. Absolutely. That I encourage you, okay, to promote your own products. I encourage people to create their own products because this is the education inside here teaches you how to do it. If you want to create your own products, the DMS Pro would be the best to go with, because the DMS Pro has everything in, okay? And it's got the certification in. The launch accelerator and the starter is just a great start if you can't start at the pro. But your goal should be the pro, because that's where the goods are, like the coaching. There's a lot of extra support in there that you would want. Yes, so if you are interested, guys, which I'm sure you are, because there's simply just no other thing out there like this, especially if you've been looking at something, get back to the person that invited you here. They invited you via email. Reply to that email, not the Zoom email, the email that you got from the person inviting you here, okay? And just ask for the link and go check out the products. Not everyone, depending on where they started, not everyone has all three. It depends on where they started, okay? But someone invited you here, so just get back to them and ask them for the link and get started and come introduce yourself in the community. Here's what's going to happen. The moment you start, you're going to get immediate access into the community. You're going to get immediate access into day one. I give you a short video with one action for the first 7 days. Those first 7 days is to help prepare your mindset. It's to help to prepare you for this new world. So we're trying to remove a lot of the overwhelm that happens with when you start something new. So you get just one 4-minute video for the first 7 days. It's amazing. Okay. Let me see.
Lizelle,
Okay.
just quickly answer this one before we leave. What about the tax? Do you pay tax? Do you pay SARS?
Yes.
Is it legit?
So it's a business. Okay. So at the end of the day, it's your business. If you start this is your business. So my suggestion is, and I'm not an accountant, my suggestion is just get started. Once you start earning an income in your business, register your business. Okay. DMS is registered in South Africa and it's also registered in the US. So we are registered when we comply. Okay. It works with any business. You need to declare your tax on a yearly basis. Fortunately, there's a lot of deductions that you can do. Okay. Do you need to keep to the learning timeline or can you learn quicker? You can learn quicker. The first 7 days are dripped modules, the dripped videos, but you can ask for us to just open it all up for you. If you want to just go through it quicker, you can. I've done it for many people. We just don't suggest that because it takes time for our mind to process. Okay, but you can. The deductions, there's a lot. Okay, you can deduct your office space at home. You can deduct some of the clothes you wear for the content that you create, your phones, your laptops, trips. Yeah, that's allocated to business expenses. There's a lot of things that you can ask your accountant. They will help you. All right. Anything else? Hair and nails? I don't know. I'm not deducting those. Okay. All right, everyone. So if you do have any questions, everyone, the people that invited you here, they are waiting to answer those questions. Okay. So just reply to the email that you received, ask questions, and I'm so freaking excited to have some of you on our future webinars to come and share your story. Okay. Because it's possible for you too. Have a good evening, everybody.